I never thought a routine laundry task would change everything. My name is Aaron, and I'm 37. My wife, Clara, had just returned from a work trip, a week-long conference in another city. Normally, I would greet her with a smile, ask about her trip, and help unpack her bags. But that evening, I noticed something unusual. As Clara unpacked, I started the laundry like I always do. That's when I saw it, strange stains on a few of her blouses. They weren't food stains or coffee spills, the usual accidents of everyday life. They had a faint, almost chemical-like hue, irregular patterns that immediately set off an alarm in my mind. I didn't mention it right away. I hung the clothes and went about my evening, trying to keep my worry under control. But as the night wore on, I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The stains didn't match anything I had ever seen before, and Clara's demeanor, though normal on the surface, seemed a little distracted, a little tense. The next morning, I decided to act cautiously. I cut small fabric samples from the stained areas, sealed them in separate bags, and sent them for testing at a local lab that specialized in chemical analysis and forensic materials. I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but I needed answers. Days passed slowly. Clara returned to her normal routine, talking about her trip, her presentations, and her meetings, unaware of the silent investigation unfolding in our home. I felt the weight of secrecy pressing on me, but I reminded myself that knowledge is better than assumption. Finally, the lab results came. The stains were tested for a wide range of substances, cleaning agents, dyes, and even industrial chemicals. What came back was unexpected. Traces of a rare, non-toxic chemical used in certain office equipment maintenance procedures. It was unusual but not harmful. The pattern suggested that the stains had likely come from an accidental exposure at the conference venue, perhaps during a demonstration or equipment setup. I felt a mixture of relief and embarrassment. My mind had raced through worst-case scenarios, and yet the reality was mundane, even innocent. But the experience taught me something important. Paying attention to details, trusting your instincts, and seeking factual answers can prevent misunderstanding and panic. That evening, I decided to share the findings with Clara. I placed the lab report on the kitchen table, along with a cup of her favorite tea. She glanced at the document, eyebrows raised, then smiled when she understood. "You actually sent them for testing?" she asked, a mix of amusement and curiosity in her voice. I nodded. I didn't want to assume anything. I just wanted to know the truth. Clara laughed softly, shaking her head. "I can't believe you went that far. But, thank you. It's actually kind of reassuring to know." We talked about it for a while, and in the end, the incident became more than just a curiosity. It became a lesson in communication, trust, and the importance of handling uncertainty calmly and responsibly. In the following weeks, I found myself more attentive, not in a suspicious way, but in a mindful, caring way. I noticed small things about Clara's day, her moods, her routines, and she noticed my attention. The strange stains had sparked more than just a minor concern. They had reminded me that observation, care, and patience are vital in any relationship. Looking back, I realized that the tension I felt wasn't about distrust. It was about wanting clarity and understanding. I had acted responsibly, calmly, and with the intent to know the truth rather than to accuse. That distinction changed everything. By the end of the month, the stained clothes were cleaned, folded, and put away. But the experience lingered in my mind as a reminder that small, unexpected moments often carry the greatest lessons. We don't always need drama to test our instincts. Sometimes, quiet observation and careful action reveal truths we would otherwise overlook. I had learned that day that attention to detail, combined with patience and respect, can turn a moment of worry into an opportunity for understanding. And sometimes, the answers we find are simpler and far more reassuring than the fears we imagined.